a chain of volcanic peaks rising out of a 2,000-mile void of open ocean, topped not with grass and palm fronds, but with rows of heavy artillery batteries and rows of sugarcane guarded by private armies. For over 1,000 years, this was the most isolated, self-sustaining human ecosystem on the planet. An empire built by master navigators who crossed empty seas using only the stars and bird flight paths. Then, in less than a century, a sovereign kingdom the size of a European nation was systematically dismantled, its queen imprisoned in her own palace, and its identity rewritten into a vacation postcard. You will see how an ancient Polynesian paradise survived by seafaring genius, how a web of sugar barons engineered a bloodless corporate coup, and how a midnight annexation erased a throne. How did a peaceful island kingdom become America's 50th state? And how did a culture of absolute sovereignty lose its home in broad daylight? Using AI trained on historical records, royal oil paintings, and archival glass plate photographs, we are rebuilding all of it. This is that story. It starts 1,000 years ago, with double-hulled canoes breaching a silent horizon at 1000 AD. It starts 1,000 years ago, with double-hulled canoes breaching a silent horizon at 1000 AD. These islands sat more than 2,000 miles away from the nearest continent, completely cut off from the rest of the world. Sheer volcanic cliffs dropped straight into deep blue water, and isolated microclimates trapped people in a fragile web of land and sea. To survive without running out of food, early families invented a brilliant system called the ahupua, a slice of land running from the mountain peaks down to the ocean coral reefs, ensuring every village had fresh water, timber, and fish. According to ancient voyaging chants, the first people arrived by steering massive twin-hulled canoes across thousands of miles of empty ocean, tracking only the stars and the flight paths of birds against impossible odds. Once on land, early high chiefs and leaders like Pauemahu set up strict laws called the kapu. Break a sacred rule, and the punishment was instant death, keeping society in exact balance so the islands would not run out of food. Centuries later, that fragile balance shattered. In 1795, a fierce district chief named Kamehameha used iron weapons traded from foreign ships to launch a brutal campaign. Pushing rival armies off the steep cliffs of Oahu, he united all the islands under one single crown through pure iron will